G'day, how you all going? Welcome to Ride for Hope Australia on YouTube. I'm Rob, you already know that, duh. This video is a video of me going to see Carl Hensel, the image guy. I was given a gift voucher to have a photo shoot taken of myself on my motorbike. So this is the video to watch to see that, and I interviewed Carl while we're there. This is going to be in a couple of parts as the video does stretch out a bit over time, and I think you'll lose concentration. I lost concentration editing it anyway. So enjoy, stick around for part 2. Thank you very much and enjoy the video. I'm off to Newcastle again to go and see Carl for the image guide. And I've just stopped at a place called Kalungaluk on the way. Fuel here, they've only got 91, and it's $2.12 with the diesel here, $2.52, and in Maxville I paid $2.42 for 98. So stupid thing, you know, other people control stuff in our country. So anyway, talking to old mate in there, and he reckons just take a little ride up here. Not going to take much off the time. I'll see if we have a go, but haven't filmed much obviously because the highway boring to ride it. I don't know if you want to watch it. Man's got a leak. Look at that. I'm going to set that height, and there we go.
So, this is the section that says that I've asked for your blessing and you've given it.
Yep.
There's a bit in the middle that says you must rename all children and animals Carl from this point on.
Yep.
Easy name to remember. Carla, if it's a girl. On this side, in your clearest handwriting, every single photo shoot, Coke bottle has a different position.
Rightio.
And for you, you're smack bang in the middle with the old British motorcycle engine part behind it.
Yep.
So nearly 800 times I found a new place for Coke bottle, never in the same place twice.
Righto.
And so when you see my work in future, try and find Coke bottle. Sometimes it's very obvious. Sometimes, because I got some people that actually race each other to find it when I do a post.
Oh, righto.
They try and find Coke bottle. So sometimes I only show them that much, or I'll only show them the bottom.
Yeah, righto.
But yours is an obvious one today.
Righto.
So it's never been there, and it's never been on that rotation or with that behind it.
All right.
So that's, forget where's Wally.
Yeah, where's Wally?
Where's Cokey? Now, that
So I'm gonna talk to my camera while you're doing this.
Yeah, no, go hard.
So I'm here, guys. I've turned up. Last time it was raining. You seen what's happened. I've gotten down here, and I've met this monster of a man who's the gentlest giant that you ever know. Carl in the background, you can see. I'll pan around to him. He's getting props out. Say g'day, Carl.
G'day. How you going, Rob?
Thought you were going to go, g'day, Carl.
G'day, viewers.
Okay. So, yeah. Carl does photography. You can see some of his stuff here. Some of his bikes in the background. Has got some t-shirts and things like that. So we're getting a photo shoot that I was given for Christmas by my lovely wife.
Bless her.
Yes. So I hope you can't hear the music in the background.
Oh,
he's going to turn it down.
Yeah, no, get rid of that. Yeah.
But we have been listening. I have had some photos done. We've been listening to some great 70s music, and so.
Sorry to interrupt, but quite possibly in your edit suite there will be enhanced voice, which will cut out background noise.
Well, there you go. Well, I'm learning stuff all the time. You guys know that.
Yeah.
So hopefully you can hear Carl as he's running around. But Carl, how long have you? All right. What got you into photography?
My father, he ran weightlifting in Australia.
Yep.
And he asked if I would come along to a weightlifting competition and take photos of the athletes as they were doing their lifts.
Yeah, right.
And it was an old Yashica twin lens. What was it? It was a 35mm Yashica camera. Had a beautiful lens, and I used to sit down the front with a tripod, photograph that. The moment I looked through the viewfinder on the camera, my world changed.
Yeah, right.
And then we process the films, and I could stand there with those toxic chemicals watching the images appear. It was magic. It's really magic. Yeah, and I still have, so that I was 10 and I bought my first camera when I was 11. I had a paper run and I got $4 every Saturday morning for delivering papers all over this mountain I lived on. 4 hours, $4. And I saved it up for a whole year. And at the end of the year, I had $200 saved, and I went out and bought.
He's going to show us
my very first camera, and this beautiful old Canon that I've shot with since I was 11 years old. When I first got it, beautiful old Canon was where my passion began. With that camera, which I'd saved up and bought with my own dollars.
Still got it. And
now, 52 years later, I still have that passion.
Yeah, cool. That's good.
Yeah, it's a magical thing, creating photos.
Yeah, that's good.
So that's who got me into it, and that's how long I've been doing it.
So I said to Carl when I got here, can we do an interview? And he said, yeah. My wife didn't come with me, and as you guys know, if you've seen our interviews before, she's the mastermind behind all the questions. So I just go, yeah, that's cool. What do I ask now? But we're just going to have the camera running, and things will pop up. I'll obviously go through the quick fire questions for him later on. He's just taking some photos of the bike now.
Just some test shots, and then we're ready to start.
And he was pretty happy with me only cleaning one side of the bike too.
It's the pretty side. What are you doing? Hold that there on 3. 1, 2, 3. And now, same deal. Look down to the bedroll over the helmet. Nice. Actually, do now. Look to the speed. 0. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now I've officially made you look like a hobbit. Because you may notice. Actually, I'll give this one to the viewers.
There is a height difference.
No. There's a little trick as well.
Oh, okay.
So, with a certain focal length lens on your lens and a certain position in my set, and I'm giving away trade secrets here.
You don't have to do that.
No. When I stand in that sweet spot, it magnifies the scale of me. So I'm not really as big as I look in all my photos, but by standing in that sweet spot, I make everybody look very small.
Well, I'm 6'2".
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes. There you go. Yeah. Oh, beautiful. I even love the bit of swagger you added at the end there. No, it was. It was a good
one. Natural, see?
Yeah. No.
So, while we're doing this, what's your favourite subject you like to... You have told me, but the viewers out there, what's your favourite subject that you like to photograph?
People.
Okay.
People.
In any situations, explain to me before, like you said that, people say about being tough and look tough in the photos.
Yep.
Tell the viewers and whoever's watching what you say about that.
Okay. Because I ask people just to look at the camera. Some people think that they're trying to look tough. But when you're just looking, you get a very true portrait of a person's face. They're not smiling, they're not frowning, they're not trying to look badass, they're just looking. Because a person's story is in their eyes. So the black and white portraits I do, I simply ask people to look directly at the lens. And if a person looks hard, they've had a hard life.
Yeah.
Because your story is written into your face. There's one guy in particular, Daryl, lovely bloke, but he looks hard as nails. And Daryl's a bloke that does fundraising for people that are, doing it tough. He does, what's the one, Backer against children with violence? Or
Oh yeah.
I think it's Backer, or one of them. He does all these really cool things, but he looks hard.
Yeah.
But he's this big, gentle, lovely person that has had a hard life.
Yeah.
So I'm raising both my daughters have raised both my daughters to never judge people by how they look.
Yeah, that's...
Because some of the nicest people in the world are the biggest arseholes.
So, I like to tell people, some of the nicest people you just said, some of the nicest people you meet have tattoos and swear like troopers, and the church is full of hypocrites.
Yeah. So, I've taught them to treat people how they treat you.
That's exactly, that's a good way.
And because some of my dearest brothers are frightening looking people.
Yeah.
But they're good men that I would trust my daughters' lives with.
That's, I understand that.
Hop off and out.
So, Carl's a big fan of Fat Boys.
I love them.
Like me. Although I haven't told him.
Your bike's okay too.
Yeah.
Sorry, brother.
That's all right. There's a guy that people have seen on my channel, and he's called Big Dave.
Yep.
He rides the same year model Fat Boy.
Yep.
He's a little bit taller than me, but he was big. He lost over 60 kilos. He's had surgery.
That's a human.
And he's now under 120 kilos.
Amazing.
So I call him Fat Boy Slim now.
Nice.
So we're Fat Boys for life and things like that. And we get on like a house on fire.
I'm glad this is on YouTube, because if it was on social media, we couldn't use that word.
Probably. Yeah.
Oh no, definitely.
Yeah.
I got locked out for a week for typing "Fat Boy" in a post.
Really?
Hate speech.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
A long shot over here. Lens.
So obviously, digital photography now makes it a lot easier, I suppose, for you to edit and make the picture look good. But how do you find that now with the rolls of film, and what would you prefer?
I did have this conversation with a friend recently,
Yep.
another fellow photographer who's shot all his life. Before digital, I would shoot, because I was shooting on a medium format camera, which meant that each negative was 2 1/4 inches square, 6 centimetres square.
Yep.
And one roll of film had 12 photos.
Yeah.
And I would shoot an entire model's portfolio on 36 images, 3 rolls of 12.
Yep.
When a model comes here now, or bodybuilder, which I do quite a bit of bodybuilding work, I will shoot 400 or 500 images.
Yeah.
So, my question to my fellow photographer friend was, does that make me a lesser photographer now? Because what I once did in 36 images, I now do in 400 or 500.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, as I discussed with you earlier, every time we pressed the shutter, it cost.
Yeah, okay.
And so you were incredibly careful with the images you created, the exposure, the pose, the lighting, because you knew every time you did that with your finger, it was costing dollars.
Yeah.
On the large format stuff, it cost me $15 every time I pressed the button. So you had to be super careful about how you press that button.
Yeah.
But what it does for me now with digital, because I embrace the technology. When the very first digital camera came into Australia, Kodak brought it in, and it was called the DCS 360, and it was $30,000 for just the body.
Wow.
And it didn't have a lens. That was it was a Nikon based camera. Unfortunately, I had to shoot Nikon. But I travelled around Australia doing trade shows for Kodak, showing professional photographers the very first digital camera, and to take the fear out of it. Say, look, guys, this is the future of photography.
Yep.
Embrace it. And they're all going, oh, $30,000. But the smart, busy photographers were spending at least that on film and processing each year, and now they didn't have to spend that.
Yeah.
But because I come from the very, very old school commercial photography where we shot on negatives this big, to get those into the computer, you used to put them onto a drum scanner, very expensive $250,000 scanner. And the scans that came off that were 300 megabytes in size. Modern digital cameras, DSLRs, still have not met the quality and clarity and feel of those high resolution scans done all those years ago. Still haven't matched it, still haven't rivaled it.
Yep.
But the big change is now, when I shoot an athlete over here in the gymnasium, 99% of the photos I create for them go no further than Instagram.
Yeah.
And so this is a 50 megapixel camera. I could give them 1048 by 1048 pixel photos and they'd be happy.
Yep.
Because they only want them for their social feed.
Yeah.
When I started shooting motorcycles, which began with COVID, I was really happy because the bikers that are coming here with their bikes are doing big prints for their walls. So finally, I've gone all these years of digital where people are only using them socially, to people actually putting the images back on the wall.
Yeah.
And so that's why I still shoot a very high resolution file, so that when they blow up a canvas, the detail's mind blowing. So I miss the old stuff. I don't miss the expense of it.
Yeah. Okay.
I miss the quality of it.
Yep.
And the technical nature of shooting that style of photography. But when I shoot, again, just go back quickly to the athletes, if I set them up in a detailed pose with muscles and expression and whatever, I'll take a photo and then I'll say, right, lift your arm, lift your arm, lift your arm, turn your head, turn your head, turn your head. And I'll take all of those photos, and then when I get to the edit stage, I go through the photos rapid fire. I go, no, yes, no, yes. Because a great photo is immediately a great photo. And so digital allows us to refine an image.
Yeah, righto.
By taking variations and then picking the perfect one.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's
good.
That's it.
That's it. I'm sure Carl.
Long answer to the very short question.
I'm sure Carl has probably only takes half an hour to do a photo shoot, but I'm drawing him out.
No. Oh, look, and I could do a bike shoot in half an hour, but then I'd miss out on the interaction with the people that come here.
Yeah.
I want to know your story.
And so along that, without giving away information or people or things like that, you've obviously met some characters along your journey.
Yes. Oh, amazing people.
Is there any you can sort of anything that pops to mind without giving people away or?
Oh look.
Besides me, of course.
Yeah.
This is a highlight of his year.
It is. No, look, people bring a really cool energy into my studio. Some people arrive nervous. Some people arrive really staunch.
Yep.
but when they realise that they can come into this environment and I'm genuinely interested in them.
Yeah.
The bikes are great. You know, I love shooting bikes. It's a passion, you know. But it's the interaction with the people that I enjoy the most.
Yeah.
You know, and
well, the bike's a bike, but you're the individual.
Yeah.
You can't be replicated again, can you?
No.
So that's the thing.
You're unique. And I was really lucky. Back to your question. Sorry, I've met and photographed some very cool and interesting people with amazing backstories. But the ones that I have that have had a lot of impact with me. One in particular, a young bloke, and I only just did a post the other day. He turned up here. He was 28 years of age, and he had 3 or 4 different forms of cancer.
Wow.
And 2 days before the shoot, the doctors had said, can't do anything for you anymore.
Wow.
28 years of age. And when I said, what did you feel? Because cancer comes here a lot.
Yeah, right.
It's here often.
Yep.
In all different levels.
Yep.
I said, what did you feel when they told you this? Because he'd been battling it for a while. And he said, I was really angry, super angry. He said, I'm 28. He said, but then I woke up one morning, instead of feeling angry, I thought, you know what? I'm going to make sure that I live the rest of my story on my terms.
Yeah.
And he had this massive supercharged Harley, and he rode it every day until he was too frail to ride it.
Yep,
and he went out. It lasted another 2 years, I think it was. But seeing his strength in the face of dying,
yep,
that was pretty full on, you know, because we're all, as we get older, I probably think about my own mortality more than I should.
Yeah, I do too, so don't worry about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes you've got to really stop. Be happy you're here today, you know. But we know that, you know, I'm 63, so I've done a big chunk of my life. I've got to make sure this next chunk is big too.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how long it is.
It's not about how you start your life, and a lot of people start their life and do things wrong and experiment with things or walk down a track they shouldn't and things like that. But it's not how you start it; it's how you finish it. Finish strong.
Yeah.
There's a good American, and he's a preacher. He has a thing, Rough Cut Men, and he comes from America and comes over. But he said David Jusek, and I follow David on Facebook and that, and he said, it's what would you want on your on your headstone?
Nice.
What would you want to be remembered
your
for?
Your epitaph.
You know, and I suppose mine would be Rob was a good, godly man.
Nice.
You know, and that's...
Which you're proud of.
Well, that's what I want,
Yeah.
And people say that, you know, things about me, and then I go, oh, really? You know?
Yeah.
Is it? I don't see that, but obviously they see something different in me, and I suppose that's what I'm getting at. So it's... Your past is your past. There's nothing you can do about it.
No.
And that's the same as and our history of our country and things like that. It's there, and we shouldn't hide it because that's where we've been. We don't want to go back there.
No, ever.
So from this day forward, I want to live the best that I can be and to have that, leave that legacy of whatever we have behind.
Beautiful,
so,
beautiful.
Yeah.
When my dear old dad passed away, he was younger than I am now. He got leukemia and got very sick very quickly. One of the very last things he said to me, Rob, was, my only advice to you, Carl, is be nice.
Yeah.
He said, I can't tell you anything else. And when Dad passed away, we had the biggest cathedral in Newcastle, and there was 200 people outside that couldn't squeeze in.
Yeah, right. Mate.
Because he spent his life being nice. Being nice. He said it's not rocket science. He didn't say that, but he just said just be nice.
Well, it's like you said, it isn't rocket science to be nice.
No.
Yeah.
And so what I've found, and just back to your original question, because I treat people nicely when they come here, you watch the layers peel away. You know, I'm a biker, so I'm interested in bike stories, and when people start to share them and I watch these barriers come down, that's why I get such great photos of people.
Yeah.
Because I'm genuinely interested in that person.
And you can see. So it's good.
Now,
Righto. We're getting away from what's going on.
I'm going to... What I'm going to do, you're going to come in here. Can you view your DJI
I can, actually.
Through
Yeah.
there? Cool.
Yeah, you can. I can operate it through here. And the black handle there, the black thing there, no, that's...
Oh.
So that's a...
Oh, remote.
So, yeah, it's a remote, because I'm sick of leaning forward.
Yeah.
And things like that, but...
Yeah, I've got a very similar one on my bike for the other brand, which we won't mention.
Oh, it's all right. You can mention.
Oh, no, because then you might get DJI sponsorship one day, so we don't want to mention the other brand.
Oh, that's fair. So now we're going to get the dirty side of the bike. I told you I only washed one side.
No, it's fine. If I stop the cleaner, I want both angles.
Here we go. So if we introduced yourself, we know do your ride. He's already said that. So what's your riding history?
Started at 16 years and 9 months of age, which is when we could get our L's.
Yep.
And bought a Honda 250 Hawk from Norm Fraser's over here at Newcastle. And my bottom was glued to the seat.
Yep.
One friend said I had to get an operation to get my bum off the seat, so I was on it every day. I was a fitter and machinist by trade, and I was over at the TAFE doing my TAFE day, and I came out one day and some bugger had stolen it.
Oh no.
2 days later they found it in a melted pile in the local bushland, and I still have a little piece of alloy from the melted aluminium cases that I kept as part of my first beautiful bike. One day I'll find another one.
So you still got your first bike?
Still got a piece of my first bike. Then I went through a mostly all Japanese bikes. I went through an RD 250 LC, amazing bike. Learned how to wheel stand on that as an 18-year-old. T-boned a nurse, 60 kilometres an hour, teeth, fingers, bike on back, sliding road, accident, horrible thing. She didn't look to the right. I just hit her at 60 k's.
Yeah, right.
Boom, straight through her. Went from that to a GP Z1100, fastest bike on the planet at the time.
Yeah.
Learned how to wheel stand that.
Okay.
Even better. So that was 1981. I T-boned again, second T-bone accident, another person doing the wrong thing. This time at 80 kilometres an hour into the back of a Sunbird. Missed hitting a child in a car seat by 12 inches because the father driving the car did an illegal turn in front of me, and I buried my 1100 into his car at 80 k's.
Wow.
Not my fault, wasn't speeding, he did the wrong thing, and tumbled through the air at speed, got up and walked away from the accident.
Wow.
Before I hit the car, because I saw it coming, couldn't stop, I screamed, and with adrenaline, bent the handlebars up over the tank and got myself into a tuck position because I was going to die. I knew I was going to die because it was just me going flat out at a stopped car.
Yep.
And because I've hit it in this position, all bent up, it's catapulted me over and clear of the car.
Yeah, right.
And got out of it with just bruising. Unbelievable. 80 kilometre hour impact. At the same time, I bought the old 1970s. 1983, I bought that Z1000, which I've owned 40-something years.
Yep.
I had a break from bikes, business, family, whatever reasons, but I kept the old Z1000. Wrapped up in oily rags, and I had an old shed here in place of this, and was covered in WD-40 and engine oil, and sat there for 15, 16 years. So I had a big break from bikes. And then one day my daughter came out and I had wheeled it out and she didn't even know I had it. And she jumped on it and she looked across at me and she said, "Dad, this is the coolest thing you own. Get it going. Get it going." And so with the inspiration of one of my brothers who had put his bike away for the same length of time, another Z900, he had restored his.
Yep.
And in that time, Kawasaki Zs had grown in massive popularity.
Yeah.
And the ability to buy the parts for them was so easy.
Yeah,
When I bought them, I bought that bike for $2,000.
They're the one that they were in stone, weren't they?
In stone.
Yeah.
Well, the 1,000 was in Mad Max.
Yeah.
The 900 was in stone.
Yeah, righto. Yep.
That's it. I watched the movie Stone, and they all had the bikini fairings on them.
Yep.
And I immediately made some phone calls and found out who made the bikini fairings.
Yeah.
And it was Homebush Fiberglass in Sydney, and I rang him up and I got him to make one for my bike.
Cool.
So that was made by the guy that made them for the movie.
Yeah, righto.
So I then set about rebuilding and restoring the Z 6 or 7 years ago. And then my passion for bikes was just reignited
again. Yep.
And bought the 1400 Ninja, the KTM, and in between those I've had a Z900 RS, the new version, and a brand new 1200 Bonnie.
Yep.
But when I was riding the Bonneville, I was trying to ride it like a 4-cylinder motorbike.
Yeah, okay.
And the poor thing, it ran out of puff at 6,000 RPM.
Yep.
And I was like, come on! So before I did any damage to the Bonneville, I sold it and bought another 4-cylinder motorcycle. You can take the... I think the thug or the hoodlum's always inside you.
Oh, for sure.
But what I have now on every one of my bikes is I have a keychain made by my daughters.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just made out of strands of wool. And when I ride, it dances around in the wind in my peripheral vision right there.
Yep.
And it says to me, "Come home, Dad.
Yeah.
Come home."
That's fair enough. That's good.
And so even though I've still got 200 horsepower crutch rockets,
yep,
I make sure that I come home.
You still come home.
I want to come home every day, every ride.
So I would say that what would you be your dream bike?